It's about that time.
Pre-record on my count. 7, 6, 5, 4.
Here we go, Roger.
And with the coach, Mickey Clayton on Insights. Two eyes in the middle. INSIIGHTS, where we always talk the talk.
Testing.
Got you.
But we're going to get right into it, if you're ready.
I am all ready to go.
All right, good morning. Welcome to Two Guys from Cleveland. We got Kevin Clayton on the line, and by popular demand and by the number of texts and phone calls we've been getting on my phone about Kyrie Irving and LeBron James. Good morning, Kev.
What's going on, Coach? How are you?
Good today. We trying to go through this, sift through this a little bit with LeBron and your boy Kyrie.
Kyrie. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, what do you think?
I'm not surprised. You know, I was never solidly in his corner. You know, I'm old school. In addition to being old, I'm old school, and he was never the traditional point guard. But I thought Tyronn Lue found a way to utilize his talent. His selfishness was always there to me.
All right, Coach. I appreciate you owning your bias. You've never liked Kyrie. You didn't like him in college. You probably didn't like him in high school. You tolerated Kyrie, Coach. Tolerated him.
That's good. You know, as long as he helped us win, I did. And if you remember, I'm going to own it. Not, see, it's easier to say it now, but I think we were on this show and we talked about the general managers. If they had a vote on who they would start with, this was about 3 or 4 years back, if they would take Kyrie or Curry, and to a man before Golden State's run, they all said Kyrie. You got mad with me because I said I would take Curry. And you were like, man, why would you take Curry? I said, because he at least passes sometime. It bothers me when it comes out even. He thought about asking for this last year after winning the championship. Come on, Kev.
Well, Coach, I got a couple of thoughts I think are going to surprise you. And it's on both sides of the coin. So the first is, hearing the news, I responded like, oh, no. And it wasn't about Kyrie leaving. It was just the dysfunctionality of what's going on in our offseason. And it's like the wheels are falling off the Cavalier wagon. And at this point, I need to just assume that one championship is all we going to have. Here we go back being a lottery pick for the next 10 years or whatever it may be. But then when I eliminated the whole emotional piece to it, I thought about Kyrie. You recall at the end of the season, Kyrie's name was being thrown out as a trade. I think I'm not sure if it was Gilbert or the GM wanted to trade Kyrie and the other was no. Do you remember reading something about that?
I did. I do.
So if I'm in Kyrie's shoes, I'm like, wait a minute. I averaged 25 points a game. My assist numbers were up. Every part of my game last year was up. And you all are thinking about trading me because this is LeBron's team? I was here when LeBron came back. I'm the one who signed the long-term deal, making a commitment to Cleveland that anchored everything for you all to be able to get Kevin Love and be able to for LeBron, for him to say, I want to go play with Kyrie.
Stop right there. That was not a great gratitude or anything. He did that because they sold him that he was going to be the man. And it was going to be built around him.
Yes.
So that's why he did it. It wasn't like and his salary, that allowed him the most money. So it wasn't like, I'm making this great sacrifice. It was about, you going to make me the man. And now he's not the man, and he pissed off.
Coach, that's what I'm saying. They sold him on being the man. This is going to be my team. So Kyrie thought 3 years ago he was going to be the man and lead a team. LeBron comes on board and it's like, okay, we got to work through this. So now Kyrie is like, oh, wait a minute. Okay, I'm in my prime. I only got a small window of time, not to just maximize my on-court revenue and on-court earning, but my off-court earning. I want to do some things in my career. Okay, I get his point of view. And really, when they were talking about, I'm going to trade you, I would have been pissed too. Okay, what you mean you're going to trade me? You ain't talking about trading LeBron.
Welcome to Kevin Love's world. But go ahead.
Right. So that's that side of the coin. On the other side of the coin, he's a selfish son of a bitch. And this is worse than Kevin Durant, in my opinion. All right. Let's just take it to the barbershop. He can kiss my ass. All right. And LeBron, you don't want to play in Cleveland? You can kiss my ass too. Kyrie, to come off of getting their ass kicked in the finals, now instead of saying, "Oh, wait a minute, look, how do we rebuild? How do we make sure that we get back and we go after them again?" He wants to go lead a team. No, hell no. Go ahead, Kyrie. Go ahead. So now I'm looking at
the teams. How does he have the nerve to say what teams he want to go to? He don't have any control over his contract.
Right. He got nothing.
They could trade him to Philadelphia.
Yep. Now, did you see some of the potential trades and the three-team trades that would bring us the point guard from Phoenix and Tyson Chandler and draft picks?
I saw that one. My thing is Kyrie and Kevin Love on our big three. They went at both of them because they couldn't defend anybody. But I actually thought that Kevin Love did better. I thought that he did better defensively. But see, Kyrie's whole thing is they say LeBron was shocked, devastated. You both remember you remember like me. They were at an interview in the playoffs. They wanted LeBron to criticize Kyrie with Kyrie sitting right there.
Mm-hmm.
And LeBron wouldn't do it. I mean, Kyrie can score. I will give. And his mentality is, I'm going to outscore you. Well, that's great when he scores 40. But all those other times when he's not scoring 40, he's a detriment because he doesn't defend anybody on the Golden State end. And there's nobody they could hide him on like we did the year before last.
Also, we had Delly. Delly could come in behind and shift the defensive intensity, and it didn't seem as bad on the defensive end. This year we bring in Deron Williams in, and he's getting smoked. It looked like a Gus Macker game with college players playing some old school cat.
Right. Exactly. Now, we did get a couple questions leading into this, and one of the questions from Ashante in Orlando, Winter Garden, wanted to know why all this Kyrie and LeBron drama now. She questions the timing of all of that. Kev, you want to take a stab at that?
Sure. There's two pieces to it. One of which is they had the meeting over a week ago. What's to say LeBron didn't leak out what the hell was going on? Because Kyrie's camp didn't leak it out. The Cavaliers damn sure didn't leak it out. But they went to LeBron and said, look, here's what we're faced with. So in order to make Kyrie look bad, because they won't play together, man. They will not play together. You saw how LeBron treated Mario Chalmers for 3 years. They will go at it. So I believe that LeBron is like, look, in order for me, this is a way for LeBron to become the victim. And he loves to be the victim. He's a drama queen. For him to leak it out, it makes Kyrie look terrible. It makes him look terrible. So that's why I think the timing is now.
Well, I hear a rumor or a story, one version that says that the leak comes from the Cavaliers because they were in the process of trading Kyrie, and they thought that it might be a lot of negative pushback. And by releasing the story, it would allow an opportunity to get the fans on their side.
Yep, I agree with that too.
Say, you agree with that too?
I agree with that too. However, Cavs lose bargaining power if it's, we know you will get rid of Kyrie because your team is in a shambles. So for them to release that information is one thing versus me calling you Magic Johnson. Let's have a private conversation. Let's keep it on the DL, and we make a trade. So I can see how I don't agree
with that. Kevin, I don't agree with that. I think that it might help you because if you call before, they're not going but so far in those conversations because they don't think you're serious and they think you're just fielding offers. Now, with it out like this, Cleveland going to trade his ass now. Let's negotiate. I think the power still stays in the hands of the Cavaliers because there's a number of programs that want him. So we know that he's up for trade. We know he wants to leave. Everybody's going to try to put their best foot forward to me to try to get him.
Well, I think the best thing that was done of whoever leaked it is, and I'm talking about now the team part, is that the teams now will bid against themselves. If he says these are 4 places I want to go, then those 4 places are going to be like, oh, wow, if we could get him, we may actually, he wants to come to us. Kyrie has 2-year plus a player option. Now if he wants to come to us, it's not just getting him for the next 2 years. He may roll in that player option and stay with us because he picked us. So I think it gives us a competitive advantage, particularly with the teams in which we're listed in where we're going. But let me ask you this, Coach. What do you think? Do you care about Kyrie playing or not playing?
Get it. Yeah. I felt that way. LeBron, I wasn't a LeBron fan. I was a Cleveland Cavalier fan. When he left and went to Miami, whoever was playing Miami, I cheered for him. I was a Cavalier fan. And I'm a Cavalier fan now. And I've always felt if you don't want to be here, then get out of here. He has no power. Don't forget the Kobe factor. Who is his mentor? Kobe.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Who's Kobe?
Yep.
So as a teammate, now you got to remember Kobe said he wouldn't play with the Lakers again. He'd play on Pluto first. But he never left because they didn't trade him.
But they traded.
What happens if they don't trade?
They got rid of Shaq.
They're not going to trade LeBron. He got no trade contract.
He has a no trade contract. But here's why I think this is going to be good for us. LeBron, if you read, LeBron is going to leave. Nobody knows. LeBron never tells anybody what he's going to do. It's all speculation.
Right.
So now if LeBron is about challenges and if LeBron is around, okay, I don't really think that we're going to be able to beat Golden State. He's not going to the West. He was going to stay in the East. And I even saw reports where Philly was an opportunity because of all those young cats that they had and LeBron being able to go and mentor those young guys. But think about now a whole rehaul of the Cavs to add to LeBron's legacy around, okay, Kyrie, get the hell out of here, and we will be able to bring in a haul of picks plus assets. I mean, not picks, players, plus additional assets in draft choice. So we now have some bullets in the gun to restructure. So it was Eric Bledsoe out in Phoenix they were talking about. Eric Bledsoe he's a hell of a point guard. So with all that,
convert this. While you on this long epilogue or whatever the hell you talking about, we both know Kev. Now, last year he decides to do this, but out of the goodness of his heart, he decides, Kev, this is such bullshit. And LeBron, he likes challenges. And I don't know that he ultimately wants this one, and for it to come, I'm with Orlando questionnaire who asked about it. The timing on it is just incredible. Why now? I mean, you could have said that a month ago. You could have said it before the draft. So it's almost like something else happened, or maybe people just want to believe something else. I just believe that, in my mind, he's just selfish. And in the days athlete, he wants to be Russell Westbrook, but he's not the athlete Russell is. One, he's never going to lead a team in scoring and assists. What he wants to be more than anything else is Durant and lead the NBA in scoring. That's what he wants to do. It doesn't matter to him about team accolades. That's all. Hell, what was that? He scored 40-something last year or year before last with no assists. And LeBron was like, wow, are you serious? Then he goes to Jimmy Butler, who wanted to come to Cleveland, talk to LeBron, talk to Kyrie. Kyrie tells him not to come. He wants to go with Jimmy Butler. He's not going to be the man there. Then he talks about Miami. Hell, him and Deion Waiters had a fight, blackened his eye. He wants to go to San Antonio. He's not going to be the man there. I'm not understanding that. Who's advising him? Kobe.
Yeah, well, I don't really care where he goes. He can get the hell out of Cleveland, and I'm glad now that we got an opportunity to mix it up, bring in some new blood, and to the point that I was trying to make on my long diatribe, as you said, it gives us a chance.
No, I didn't say diatribe because I didn't know what that word meant. But go ahead, I got you.
I think we have a better shot now of re-energizing LeBron to say, okay, now look what I'm gonna do. This is gonna be a new team. Look what I'm gonna do with these cats.
Most Cleveland fans are pissed off, and this is one of the few times we've been in agreement on where we are. And it's like, let him get the fuck on.
And it's because we're Cleveland fans. I was a Kyrie fan for Cleveland. I'm a LeBron fan for Cleveland. Right. Kyrie, you roll later. Kevin Durant come to Cleveland. I love Kevin Durant. Right now, can't stand him. Can't stand him.
Kev, we unanimous on this, and we will field some calls and some more information because once they trade him, which is not going to be long.
Oh, boy. Yep.
We're going to do this again from the true Cavalier fans. All right, we're signing off now. Kev, I'm going to look forward to talking to you again. Because one thing LeBron said, as long as you have me, you got a chance.
You got a chance. We will get assets that we could not have gotten before.
Kev, I like that. They should be concerned. And on that note, we're going to close it out. Special edition. Two guys from Cleveland, To Cleveland fans, hashtag all about Cleveland.
Your attention.
Hey,
Stay with the latest from Insights. Visit our website at insights.com. 2 I's in the middle, INSIIGHTS.
Insights is a copyright of Mac 4 Enterprises, a Florida corporation. This broadcast is produced under the exclusive ownership of Mac 4 Enterprises and is the intellectual property and trademark of Mac 4 Enterprises. Comments of the host and other individual speakers on Insights represent their independent thoughts and representation.